we are broadcasting for the broad audience, so not everyone is involved in pizza business. So can you just, in a few words, explain what pizza, PMQ is?
Okay. PMQ is a business publication for people that are in the pizza business. We like to think of ourselves as the Wall Street Journal of pizza, and we have 40,000 readers and many thousand website visitors, and really we have a community throughout the world. As you know, we have a Russian publication, a Chinese publication, and an Australian publication, which we are part of a network. We are a network, but we're headquartered here in Oxford, Mississippi, USA. And our mission is to help those people in the pizza business to be more successful at the business, to be more professional. And our magazine's mission is to supply them with information, insight, and exchange opportunities with other pizza operators so they can exchange information, because the smartest people in our industry are the operators themselves. And when they have an opportunity to collaborate with themselves, to speak with one another, there's a good business exchange, and we try to facilitate that at PMQ.
Okay, great. I know that 2 years ago you went to Russia. Mm-hmm. Could you share with us your impressions of the country, people, business, culture, and so the most exciting things you've learned during this trip?
Well, I loved going to Russia. It was after seeing a lot of movies and things like that.
What kind of movies did you see?
Well, you know, spy movies.
Spy movies.
And
about
action movies.
KGB.
Well, Dr. Zhivago.
Dr. Zhivago.
A lot of things. I was very interested in, and I took a class in the 1970s about Russian economics at San Jose State University, which was very interesting.
In Soviet Union, of Russian economics of Soviet Union.
It was
the bad situation of Russian economics in Soviet Union.
No, well, it was a trying to understand the centralized government planning, and
it's impossible even from you.
Yeah. That's what our professor said. But he spent a lot of time going to Russia. He had a lot of friends in Russia, and that kind of gave me an interest in Russia. And so when I got a invitation from Vladimir Davidov, who's now our publisher of PMQ Russia, I wanted to go there and take a look for myself. And when I arrived, I wasn't disappointed. The only problem was that it was very cold, because I went in mid-January of all times.
How cold was it?
Well, there was a 3-day stretch where it was below zero in Fahrenheit. So I was in the Coast Guard on an icebreaker, and I've been to Antarctica and I've been to Alaska, but I've never been in that cold.
Even in Alaska?
Cold. Yeah, even in Alaska. Of course, I was up there in the summertime. So
smart move.
Yeah. Smart move. Yeah.
Okay, and what do you think about Russian culture?
I thought it was it looked like a great market. It looked like a hungry market for pizza. And it was an underserved market, and I thought that the future looked pretty good for pizza.
Why is that? Because
because there's such a lack of pizza. Because there's not that many pizzerias over there, and there's all these people that like pizza. So it makes sense that there should be more pizza stores there.
Have you met any entrepreneurs in Russia?
Well, I think I've met it seems like there's a lot of entrepreneurs that have come to America that we know. There's a Russian community in Oxford.
I mean, when you were traveling in Russia, have you met? Did you have conversations, maybe impressions about?
I would say so. The one that stuck out the most was Fyodor. He was the most dynamic of the entrepreneurs that I ran into.
You went to Syktyvkar, yeah?
Yeah, I went to Syktyvkar.
It was a crazy thing to do, yeah? Not?
Syktyvkar looked like a real normal place to me. You know, compared to Moscow. Moscow just seemed so big and so endless. It just seemed like a really big area, and it was kind of hard to get around. It seemed like everybody lived in apartments. In Syktyvkar, it looked like there was some housing, or more regular kind of housing, maybe regular apartments that I'm kind of used to. It just seemed more at home. It seemed to me closer to Oxford, where we live now.
Oxford, a little bit more prettier, I guess.
Well, it might be a little prettier, but it still has. Syktyvkar seemed like it had a personality.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was a city that had a heart. At least that was my memory from it.
What did you think about Dodо Pizza when you saw it by yourself?
I thought, what is this doing here?
Why is that?
What is this doing here? I mean, it's a beautiful place, and I was really not expecting to see what I found.
And what did you find?
I found a well-managed, energetic concept that was filled with people that wanted to be there, and it was just really refreshing, a very positive atmosphere, and it looked like there was a lot of people contributing to the graphics, to every aspect of management. I was just totally impressed, and to see this done in the isolation of a market without that much pizza, I just thought these guys have really reinvented the pizza industry, and here it is, the Russian version of it. So I was impressed. If you could do that in Russia, I'm waiting to see what you guys can do in our market. I'm waiting to be impressed again.
Do you believe that one of the main points of Dodо Pizza is to use smart IT stuff to boost the? Do you believe in this idea? Because many people don't. They say, for example, you can buy anything from any IT company, implement it in your business, and everybody can do it. What do you think?
Well, I think I mean, there's a huge connection between management attention and a great product. When I had a Domino's Pizza, I was doing 13,000 a week in the 1980s, and I sold it back to the corporation Domino's at the time. And I went back a year later, and their sales were 3,500. And the difference between 13,000 and 3,000 a week was just management. That was the only thing that changed.
So 10 times.
Yeah, it was only like 20% of what I had it up to, and I didn't think I was that great of a manager. I mean, I was probably a pretty good manager, but the point of that being is that you really have to manage, and what the IT system does is it allows you to manage in an easier, more manageable way, because you've got everything lined up and you're able to just learn how to operate a system that is relatively simple compared to the big operation. So if you can manage the system manages the operation. And that's easier than just having one guy always be at a pizzeria and always trying to solve problems and figure everything out on his own. If you've already got an army of people that have gone before you, that have anticipated all the problems and fine-tuned all your decisions and planning and turned it into a program, you're going to be able to do a lot better. That's going to be the ingredient, managing it well. And you guys started from the very bottom with the idea of management in mind. The whole concept is how to manage it with an IT system. And then the IT system manages. That to me seems like the management of the future.
Is this idea that new to the US market? Because the competition is fierce here, and I imagine maybe there are some companies doing the same thing already.
Yeah, I think there are. I think 2 years ago, when I didn't know of anybody at the time. 2 years ago, when you were doing it, you would have to look at new pizzeria concepts that are trying to start from the ground up, building their foundation with an IT system that's intended to run the whole business. And
So small companies, new companies right now have more opportunities than old big companies, because I'm asking because many people don't believe in this idea, because they say, oh, these big guys, they can change, they have a lot of money, they can invest in anything they want, and so they will have the same thing in a year or two, and you will be out of the business since you are small and you can't compete with them. Do you agree?
Oh, I think size has its advantages, but it also has its disadvantages. To me, in the age that we're in, being nimble is more important than ever, and being tied in with social media and marketing and publicity, connecting to the millennials, connecting to the group of people that are eating pizza right now. I think it's a fascinating experiment. I'm really interested in knowing how your pizzeria is going to do here in Oxford by not having a phone number. You know, I think it's a brave.
Many people think
idea.
that it's nuts. Yeah.
I think it sounds nuts, but the idea is that the best time to do it would be when you open up, because that's when most people are going to give you a try, when you open up. And if they don't have your app, you're going to force them to get your app, right?
No, just go online and
online, or get. They're going to have to do it digitally.
Yeah.
Which is going to, if it works, it's a brilliant move. If it doesn't work, then what the hell? You can change it. You know, you can always get a phone. But I'm really curious to know if this works. This would be great if it did. Your costs of operation, everything will be lower. And you'll be able to actually communicate better with your audience, because they're going to be in a digital format.
Many people in Russia think that the whole idea of Dodо Pizza coming to Oxford, to the US, is crazy, because they say you don't know the market, you can compete with American companies, you are strangers, you are foreigners, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is it that crazy?
I think that America has a tradition of foreigners coming into our market and blowing away the status quo. Whether it was Giuseppe Giannini, who started Bank of America from Italy, and other line of other people that have come here and started software companies and everything. This is a great place of opportunity, and this is a great experiment. I look forward to seeing what happens, but I think there's a very good chance that you guys will be very successful, and I sure hope that you are, because I want to be able to eat Dodо Pizza wherever I go.
Okay, I hope that it will happen in a few years. Thank you, Steve.
Steve, we have little souvenirs from our company to PMQ and to you.
From Russia with love.
This is a flag. Dodо Pizza.
Oh, good. Really, a flag?
A lot of signs.
Oh, wow.
From my colleagues, our colleagues, our employees. This is maybe for PMQ.
Yeah.
And this is. We saw that you have a lot of you have a lot of posters, and this is
this looks more old style than this one.
Yeah. This is type of maybe of canvas that was made by one of our partners from our franchisee, one of the first our franchisee.
Really?
Yeah. From little Russian city.
Really?
Town.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, this is incredible. Yeah, you've got one in your office, right?
You have to show it to your wife.
I know, I saw it somewhere in your office.
Yeah.
Was it behind your? Was it in your office? I mean, it was in your big office.
Yes. It was.
I'll have to
in
find the
our,
right place.
Meeting room. Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, and
that's great.
We have another little souvenir. This is traditional Komi, something like liqueur. Liqueur, it's Komi strong drink from Komi Republic. Yeah.
Oh, good. It looks powerful. I got to be careful.
Yeah.
What is this? What kind of a liquor is it?
It is with a lot of travel
Herbs.
herbs. Yeah,
Herbs?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not vodka.
No.
No.
It's called
No.
the
No, that
power
would
of
be-
life.
Yeah,
The power of life?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very good. I look forward to
But be
drinking it
careful.
the right way. You may have to help me. You just drink a little bit of it. You mix it with anything?
I think you
Just-
don't mix.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Good. Well,
it's all Russian drinks.
I look forward to getting smashed.
Yeah.